You probably think you understood Clair Obscur Expedition 33, but the truth is, you only saw the surface. Because this isn't a story about an expedition. It's about time, memory, and a world slowly being erased, one cycle at a time. And once you understand what the expedition actually is, the entire game changes. In Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the world exists under a strange, almost artistic curse. Every year, a mysterious force known only through its rules and consequences marks the world with death, decay, and disappearance. And every year, humanity responds the same way. They send out an expedition. Expedition 33 is just the latest in a long line of attempts, a failed effort to push into the unknown, to uncover what is causing the cycle, and maybe, just maybe, stop it. But this world is not just dying, it feels like it's being edited out of existence. Buildings fade, people vanish, history becomes unstable, and the expedition isn't just traveling through space, it's moving through something far more unstable, something closer to a broken memory than a physical world. The expedition begins with hope, fragile but real. A group of survivors set out into the unknown, driven by duty, desperation, and the belief that something can still be saved. At first, everything feels like a traditional journey. Unknown terrain, strange remnants of civilization, quiet tension between the group. But quickly, reality starts to distort. The deeper they go, the more the world behaves like it's unstable, like it's reacting to their presence. Encounters aren't just physical threats, they feel symbolic, like fragments of something that no longer fully exists. As the expedition progresses, the team begins to fracture, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Trust breaks down, beliefs crash, and the idea that saving the world might even be possible starts to collapse. Midway through the journey, the truth begins to surface. Their world is not simply dying, it is being overwritten. Every expedition before them was not failure, it was part of the cycle. Each group believed they were the exception. Each group believed they were the ones who would succeed, but none of them ever returned. And that realization changes everything. Because Expedition 33 isn't just exploring a world. They are walking through the aftermath of every failed attempt that came before them. Each member of the expedition represents something more than survival. They represent different responsibilities to inevitability. One represents hope, refusing to believe the cycle cannot be broken. One represents logic, trying to understand the system behind the collapse. One represents denial, clinging to the idea that things are still normal. And one represents acceptance, slowly realizing that understanding the truth may not change anything. As the journey continues, these beliefs are tested, not through simple tragedy, but through the realization that effort alone does not guarantee meaning, and survival does not guarantee purpose. The emotional weight of the story comes from this contradiction. They are fighting desperately to save the world that may already be beyond saving. At its core, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is not about an expedition. It's about impermanence. The world behaves like a painting that is slowly being erased and repainted over itself. This creates a powerful metaphor. Memory is unstable, history is unreliable, reality is fragile. The expedition becomes symbolic of human resistance against inevitable erasure. But there is another interpretation. The expedition is also an act of meaning creation. Even if the world cannot be saved, the act of trying gives it weight, gives it identity, gives it story, and that might be the only form of survival that truly matters. The ending of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 reframes everything. What seemed like a straightforward mission to save the world becomes something more abstract. It suggests that the journey was never about fixing reality, but about confronting it. The truth revealed at the end changes the meaning of every step taken before it. Every loss, every sacrifice, every failure, they were not meaningless, they were part of the final shape of the story itself. And in the end, Expedition 33 doesn't just ask, can we save the world? It asks something deeper. If a world is disappearing, does it still deserve to be fought for? Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is not just a story about survival, it's a story about meaning in the face of erasure. A journey through a collapsing reality where the only constant is change, and where the act of trying may be the only truth left. Because even if the world fades, the story does not.
Tendre l'amour, tendre la vie, fleurir en couleur. Sur la toile, notre vie s'écrit.
If this breakdown helps you understand the story, consider subscribing, and if you want deeper dives into bosses, lore, or hidden meanings from Clair Obscur Expedition 33, there's a lot more beneath the surface.